Keep the change, you filthy animal. Wah, wah, wah. Hello. Hello, everyone out there. Everyone joining me from all corners of the world. Hello. How are you? I'm here. I'm congested. Um, as you guys can probably hear. But I am here. I do not feel like death anymore. I feel like it's like a step above death. Enough to where I'm like, you know what? I haven't put out any content this week. Let me, I've got a Saturday night free. Let me get in here and say hello and let's talk about some stuff because there's been some juicy morsels of news and whatnot that have come out over the past week or so. Want to say hi to everybody that's in here so far. John, Apollo, Jaden, what's up? Rudy, Brooke. Want to make sure I do not miss anyone. Sam, what's up, my dude? But yeah, I mean, there's just some there's some stuff. There's some stuff I'd like to talk about with you guys, and I hope you guys are in the mood to talk as well. Wes, what's up, my dude? So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that just reached out to make sure that I wasn't dead. I did not die, and it was not the COVID. I was tested to make sure it was just the flu. It's going around like crazy right now, so be careful, all of you. For real. There's a pretty bad, nasty flu going around right now. I think they call it like flu B or something. It's fuck if I know, but yeah, be careful because it'll have you on your ass for a few days. John, I fully intended on skipping Home Sweet Home Alone. I had no interest. So yeah, Jaden, that is a great question. And we should probably just tackle it right now, shouldn't we? Are we going to talk about that Texas Chainsaw game? Well, we're going to talk Texas Chainsaw Massacre, entirely. So, what's up, Antonis? What's up, Bobby? So let's talk first and foremost. We got the trailer. It was a teaser. It was only about a minute long. Didn't even show. It wasn't even a minute of footage. There were some cards and whatnot of taglines and yada yada. Next year of the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, which I believe is being called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know. It's all weird. I do not have high hopes for this movie, guys. You guys know that. I have spoken to a few people that have seen it. There's a guy on Twitter. His handle is Viewer Anon, Anon, and he has seen the movie. He has said it ain't good. But it's crazy because, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe you guys feel the same way I do. Everything I'd heard about it, I was like, this is going to be garbage. And then that teaser trailer was like surprisingly not bad. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the teaser and I'm like, what? I feel like they're kind of nailing a certain atmosphere and tone here that I would want from a Texas Chainsaw movie. So, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm like, it's like going back to an ex. They promise you they're gonna treat you well this time. They're gonna be better this time, and you don't want to give them another chance, but you do because we're stupid. I don't know. Maybe it could surprise us, but yeah. Does the new TCM movie really have a heavy-handed message? Yes, Brooke. From what I've heard, very, very heavy-handed. Now, I know that they went through some reshoots to try to address that. Now, whether they did that successfully or not remains to be seen, because since they did some reshoots, if there have been test screenings since then, I haven't heard a word about the newest version of the movie. So I can't speak to that. But yeah, Jaden's talking about the game, and then the game came out. No, not the game. The trailer for the game came out, and the announcement by Gun Media, which I think is really cool. I don't see the downside to having this at all. I just think it's a really cool thing for horror fans, and I look forward to it. I'll probably get it. I don't play a lot of video games, but I'll probably get it, and I'll probably enjoy it, and I will not be ashamed. But let's see. It might be very meh. Yeah, kind of like TCM 3D. Yes. Wes, I would say it is the messiest franchise. Yes. Yes. I would say it is the messiest just because of like the names and the timelines and how every movie is technically a sequel to the original movie. It's like, Jesus, just come on. Let's see. So again, guys, let's address the trailer a little bit. What did you guys all think? What I haven't posed this question to any of you, mainly because I haven't, really spoken to you guys in this forum over the past week or so. So, like, what do you guys think? Did you think that the teaser did it pleasantly surprise you like it did me? Because, like I said, that's exactly how I walked away from it. That I was like, oh wow, I thought that trailer was going to look terrible, and it was passable. So I don't know exactly what version we'll end up with, but I have a little bit of hope now because of that. A little bit. Antonis, it doesn't reveal anything, man. It's really short. You don't get much at all. You just get a like feel for it, like how it looks and how it's gonna feel. But that's where we're at with that. Yeah, and then so Jaden, you mentioned the Sally thing. Here's the thing I want to talk about with the Sally character. Um, he, so it's I don't mind them bringing the character back, but everything I've heard is that it's Halloween 2018 on steroids, in the sense that this woman in her 70s just, I'm gonna go on this warpath for Leatherface. And even though this happened, what, God, 74. So we're talking almost 50 years ago, a one-time thing. Like, I don't know. There's just a lot that I've read about it that I'm like, that seems a little far-fetched. I mean, people gave Blumhouse and Jamie Lee crap for that because they were like, well, he's no longer her brother. It was technically only one night now. Halloween 2 doesn't exist. So why would she care so much about this dude that attacked her one time 40 years ago? Like, so, I mean, if we're going to keep the same energy, let's keep the same energy here. Let's keep the same energy of we criticized, Blumhouse and Jamie Lee. So let's kind of also give some criticism to, this. But I do agree. I think it can be done well. And I don't mind the inclusion of the Sally character. So I definitely look forward to how that's going to play out. Yes, Christian, I am alive. By the way, guys, want to let you guys know that tomorrow, I don't know, I think we're pre-recording this one. We're not doing this Unita live. We're going to be recording Unita tomorrow. And it's going to be the Terminator versus Alien franchises. And it's gonna be pretty sick. I think you guys are gonna like it. I think you guys are gonna dig it. I don't know. Could be wrong, but we're gonna face each movie off against each other. There's some bangers in both respective franchises. Some of them are gonna be damn near impossible to pick one or the other, but we're gonna have to. So look forward to that. But yeah, I do agree that Sally did go through more than Lori did. I mean, Lori got what? I got cut on my arm. Oh no, you know what I mean? Like, so I totally agree. But what about the game? Did any of you guys watch the trailer for the game by Gun Media? And what do you think of that? I never played the Friday the 13th game, but I know that when it was announced, a lot of people were super stoked about it because, obviously it's a horror icon crossing over into the, video game space, which was awesome. You don't see that a lot. So I really thought that was cool. And, I'm excited. I'm excited for how this one's going to go. Again, I do need to play that Friday the 13th game, but I've yet to do that. So, but I think the idea of a game is cool. I think it can work for pretty much anything. I mean, God, I'm shocked that now. Let me preface by saying, before I say this and before somebody in the chat goes or in the comments goes, well, you're wrong. I was going to say, I'm surprised they haven't done it with Halloween yet. I know there was an Atari game way back in the day for Halloween. but you know, we haven't had a new Halloween game that's widely distributed in decades. So I would be cool with that too. You know, um, yeah. And then the new Evil Dead multiplayer. Yes, yes, Ben. Good point. Good point. That game looks cool too. I'm really excited about how involved Bruce Campbell has seemed to have been in the development of that game. Definitely seems like a labor of love for him. So I feel like that game's probably gonna be a banger. And I look forward to that one. Next year's gonna be cool just in general. But yeah, just give me your guys' thoughts down below in the comments in the live chat. Let me know what you guys think of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game and the trailer for the newest installment. But let's talk. Let's talk about something else. We got to go on to another thing here. Here we go. All right. All right. Next order of business that I have seen people talking about. And I didn't ever play the Blair Witch game, Wes. I didn't, but I did hear that was good. Next order of business. So, there's been a theory that's been going around that I want to ask you guys about. Have you heard it? If this is your first time hearing it, how do you feel about it? Mike and Jay, I believe it was just Mike, talked about it over on We Watched a Movie a few days ago. And then I saw an article about it. I can't remember what website ran it. But it's kind of starting to gain traction. This is Scream 2022 related. Okay. So there's a theory being put out there basically based off of December's Total Film Magazine release, which had Ghostface on the front and was making Scream 2022, the event of, the time, in the sense that was the kind of like they did with Halloween Kills in September. And from the cast interviews, it really sounds like, I could be wrong, but it really sounds like they're saying, how do we put this? This isn't a sequel. And I'm confused. And I want to know how you guys feel about that. Because basically what I should preface by saying that it was basically like Courtney Cox said, she said something along the lines of, if you go into this expecting Scream 5, that's not what you're going to get. It's a relaunch. It's a rebranding. I believe Nev said something similar. And I'm kind of confused now. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I heard this theory, and I still don't know where I land on this theory yet. So, I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying it's not. But the theory going around is that, well, hold on, Rudy. It's about to get better. The theory going around is that this movie might not be Dewey Gale and Sidney Prescott. It might be Courtney Cox, Nev Campbell, and David Arquette as themselves. And Scream was a movie that they acted in. And this movie, someone is trying to recreate the original Woodsboro killings. And these are the real actors. Yeah, kind of similar in kind of a vein of New Nightmare a little bit there, Ben. I am confused. And here's why. And let's just be honest too. The directors, Tyler and Matt, have already said that these trailers that we're going to get in these TV spots are intentionally misleading. That there are a bunch of things that are going to be in this in the marketing that aren't even in the movie, or that they're going to be cut together to make it look like it's one flowing thing, and it's not at all. And Ben, no, I get that. And I'm not saying that I agree with this. I'm not. I don't think this is the route they're going. But again, though, you could make excuses for that. Because, you know, they could cut this trailer and these TV spots with footage they filmed just for these marketing purposes to throw everyone off. And before we go, well, I don't think they'd go through all that trouble. Actually, they did. That is a fact. They're, again, the same guy I told you guys about, Viewer Anon, Viewer ANON on Twitter, has seen the movie. And it was a few weeks back. He said something about it, and he was like, and he works in the industry. He works for Warner Brothers, and I don't know exactly what he does, but he's seen the movie, and he won't give you any spoilers or anything. He's actually really good about that type of stuff. But he said like 95% of what you saw in that trailer is either there to totally mislead you, not in the movie at all, or cut together with other scenes to make it look like it's one scene, but it's not at all. So basically, it's a complete and total clusterfuck. I don't really know how else to put that. It's a complete and total clusterfuck. They're going to mislead us all the way up to the release. We're not going to know what we're getting. We keep going, oh, well, we want another trailer. We want more TV spots. You're going to get them, and they're just going to lead you down a path that bears no fruit. Once you see the movie, you're going to be like, oh my God, they really messed with me here. And again, Sean, yes, Scream is all about being meta. What's more meta than that theory? I don't really know if there is anything more meta than that theory. Now, do I think they'll do that? I hope not. And I would say the chances of it are probably like 20%. So I wouldn't worry too much. I did reach out to him, the guy that had seen it, and kind of asked earlier this evening. If I hear back, I'll let you guys know. But because I feel like it would cheapen some of what Sidney Prescott has gone through and all these characters, really. I feel like it really, really lowers the stakes a little bit to think like, oh, all that shit was just a movie. Those were just movies. And now someone's trying to recreate the movies into real life. So I don't think they're going to go that route. But yeah, and I hope they don't go that route. I agree, Jaden. But as everybody's saying in the chat, and as the directors and the actors and everything have said, this marketing, take nothing from it. Nothing. Because it's not going to give you anything that it's not giving you anything. You think it is, and it's not. So now on the same, subject, let's see. We got a few TV spots. It might have just been one. I think. No, it was just one, I think. And in this TV spot, I don't know. Ghostface had a chrome mask in one shot and a flamethrower. Okay. So, so how do we feel about that? Because don't get me wrong. I know one of the biggest complaints from diehard Scream fans, just hardcore horror fans, casual horror fans, are that Ghostface isn't creative enough in how he kills people. People are like, it's always just a knife. It's always just a stab. We want to see more. Well, now I'm pretty sure it was a flamethrower. But I know it was a chrome mask, which is really cool. It's just like, what is happening? Is this something to mislead us? Or is this real? This is just a total mind fuck at this point. But before we go off too much on that tangent, I want to say, because I'm seeing people talk about Matthew Lillard, this is why this theory is starting to gain traction. Because if you remember last year when they were filming this movie, or maybe it was end of 2020, I can't remember. No, it was end of 2021. A few of the actors were tagging Skeet Ulrich on set. I don't know if you guys remember that. Do you remember that? Do you remember Heather Matazzaro, I think her name is, and there was another actress. I can't remember who it was. They tagged Skeet Ulrich on the set, and people were like, why are multiple people tagging Skeet Ulrich? And then Skeet Ulrich publicly came out, it might be in Total Film, I can't remember, or it was an interview recently where he said he hasn't caught up with the Scream movies, but he's going to make sure to see this one. Why? Well, Billy Loomis is surely dead, right? Stu Macher is surely dead, right? You could kind of make a case for Stu, but no, Billy is dead. Unless they're going the meta route, and you could bring Skeet and Matthew back because they're playing Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard, who played Stu Macher and Billy in the fictional Scream. I'm just saying. Do I think that's what's happening? No. But that is how you could bring them back. Oh, yeah. Scream was a movie. We're the real people. We're the actors. These are our real lives. And now someone's trying to create that movie into, recreate it into our real lives. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's either something along those lines, or they are intentionally dropping these like bullshit breadcrumbs like that to throw us off. But I feel like that's it, because you start to think about it and you're like, damn, like they really could bring some of these characters back. They could bring them all back. If they could bring Randy back, they could do all of it if it was a movie, if it was just a movie. So I have no idea where we're going with this. Yeah, I don't know, Jaden. Would they though, Rudy? Would they? Yeah, they probably would. But Nev Campbell would want to live out real life Sidney Prescott as well. 1, 2, sometimes you can't help it. If the killers are good, well, they're going to find you no matter what. You look at Scream 3. There were cops everywhere. Scream 2. Didn't matter. So I don't know. I am not, I'm not saying I agree with these. Okay. I'm just saying this theory is really starting to gain some traction. And I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go with this. I don't know what to expect. And I'm getting to a point where I just need to see this damn movie. Because, I feel like they're intentionally screwing with me. And to all of you, yes, they are screwing with you too. So 1 month. That's all I got to say. What's today? December 11th. So yeah, just about 1 month. 1 month. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, chrome mask and a flamethrower. Sign me up. So some other things that have been talked about. Oh yes, so I saw some comments, questions about this. Apollo, Michael, and Leatherface are in a room together. What happens depends on the Michael. If it's James Jude Courtney or Tyler Mane, Michael wins. If it's any other Michael, Leatherface is taking that one. And I thought the trailer was promising. I thought it looked promising. Even though I'm not excited per se because of what I've heard, I thought it looked promising. Jaden, wouldn't mind Scream getting the H2018 treatment. Thinking about it now, 2 and 3 are kind of ass. Plus Randy, even though Jamie Kennedy does porn now. Yeah, well, they did, Bobby. They did. That's been confirmed that there are things that were filmed that will not be in the movie. That they were literally just for the trailers. Oh my God. Let's get this out of here. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. We had a troll, everyone. Anyway, thanks, T Parker. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. But yeah, so I mean that's interesting. And then what else? What else? Oh yes, so the Halloween Kills physical media release coming out next month. January 11th, January 22nd. No, it's the 11th. I think it's the 11th. Let me know, but I think it's the 11th. And I was being asked what edition I'm going to get. I'm going to get the Steelbook. Yes, I'm going to get the Steelbook. And you guys know me. I'm probably going to double dip as well. So I'm excited to see that ending. I think that'll be cool. The alternate ending. Although I feel like I saw Bloody Disgusting posted the specs on the back of the the special features and what we can expect to get. By the way, the audio commentary with David Gordon Green, Judy Greer, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Do not sleep on that. That's going to be really cool. I'm excited to hear the three of them talk about the movie. So I'm looking forward to that. But with 2018, I feel like these featurettes we're going to get are going to be, pretty fruitless in the sense that they're probably going to be anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes long. There's not going to be much. I'd love a comprehensive like making of, but it just seems like movies don't do that anymore. And it's just such a bummer because I know myself, I speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else, but from the conversations I've had with a lot of you guys over, the years, we all seem to enjoy them. We love to peek behind the curtain and see what the filmmaking process for a movie was like. Whether it's our favorite movie or not, that's not really the point. The point is that there's something in every movie to enjoy, and seeing a movie like that behind the scenes is just really cool. I don't know. It makes you appreciate a movie more, in my opinion. You guys know I'm not a massive Rob Zombie's Halloween fan, despite the poster there. I enjoy it enough, but it's definitely near the bottom of the list for me when it comes to the Halloween movies. But that 4.5 hour documentary is just beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, just incredible. So, I just would love to get more comprehensive, in-depth making ofs. Really would have loved one for Candyman as well. Universal dropped the ball there. No, T Parker, I'm not going to buy the digital version, mainly just because it's Christmas time, and I probably shouldn't splurge like on myself anyway. But I'm gonna, pre-order. I have pre-ordered the Steelbook, the physical copy. But yeah, I can wait. Because I don't feel the urge to watch it that bad over the next month. You know what I mean? Because the next 2 weeks or so, I'm going to still be watching Christmas movies and whatnot. And then it'll be the end of the month. And in 2 weeks, the movie will be out. So I'll just wait, And I'm muting my mic, every now and then so I can try to clear some of this up. So if I go silent for a second here and there, don't worry about it. Yeah, Jurassic World Dominion. I'm excited for that as well. Jaden, this is unrelated to kills, but still about Halloween. Would you also want to see 4K? Okay. All right, Jaden. You sneaky fish, you. Huh. I'm going to say something on the record right now. Right now. I have it on good authority that the plan is for those films to get 4Ks next year from Scream Factory. The reason it didn't happen with the first 5 is because the rights for those other movies, hello Weinstein Company, thank you, Miramax, are a lot more, they're muddier. There's a lot more going on there. So the plan is for those 5, not 2018 or Kills, but the next 5, 6 through Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, to get 4Ks next year. Does that mean it will happen? No, but it is the plan. It is something that Scream Factory is apparently actively pursuing. So keep your eyes peeled for that next October. And there may be some other surprises next fall from Scream Factory. And that's all we'll say about that. Ben, are you going to do a top 10 of 2021? I did. Yeah, I did a top 10 movies of 2021 video. I did that a few weeks ago. And then I did my 10 most anticipated of 2022 last week or beginning of this week. I can't remember what day it was. I don't know. Horrid films. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about, and you can't get it out of me, no matter how hard you try. Let's see. Yeah, me too, Rudy. That'd be cool. If they do end up putting out the other 5 next year, I would assume they also will probably try to repackage them as one and try to get people to buy like the first 10 in one box. So yeah. Well, I see The Matrix 4. So that's an interesting question because I loved The Matrix when I was younger. I really enjoyed The Matrix Reloaded. The Matrix Resurrection was very messy. Very messy. And then I hear that Revolutions. Yeah, Revolution. This is Resurrection. But I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I've heard that this movie is like a prequel and a sequel, and it's just really weird. It's very convoluted. I don't know. Yes, I probably will, to answer your question, get around to seeing it, probably on HBO Max. It's not one I'm going to rush to the theater for. But I need to revisit at least the first movie because I haven't seen that movie in years. And Ben, to your comment, yes, Spider-Man will absolutely make the top 10, in my opinion. But, and I said that in my video. When I made my video, I said, Spider-Man isn't out yet. It's going to be in the top 10, but it's the only other movie I was looking forward to for the rest of this year. So I was like, I'm confident in being able to do this. So yeah. Now, speaking of which, here we go. The chat's already starting. Spider-Man No Way Home. 5 days. 5 days, people. You can count on one hand how many days until this movie comes out. I have my tickets for Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at my local theater right after work. I'm going straight from work. I'm very excited. I'm going to do a review that night. I'm going to keep it spoiler free. Don't worry. Because I want you guys to be able to watch the review, if you haven't seen the movie yet. So it'll be spoiler free. No worries. Though I will probably give you a wink and a nod about Toby and Andrew. But that'd be it. I won't say that they're in it in a spoiler free review. But let me just tell you guys, if you don't know already, is this thing on? They're in it. They're in the movie. Don't be a denier. Don't be a doubter. Don't be a negative Nancy. They're in the movie. Okay. They're in the movie. You know it. I know it. They're not bringing Doc Ock and Green Goblin and Electro and Sandman and Lizard and not bringing Toby and Andrew. Okay? All these leaks, photos, videos, audio, it's real. Well, maybe one is coincidental. Maybe 2 is, no, it's real. they're in it. So be ready. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be doing that review on Thursday. And here's my only thing about Toby and Andrew's involvement, guys. And by the way, Brooke, I completely agree. I think both Amazing Spider-Man films are underrated. I think they both are. I don't think there's a bad Spider-Man movie. Well, we'll get into that. But yeah, I I'm very my problem is I don't want Toby and Andrew for 10 minutes. I don't want them and just here they are and they're gone. I don't want that. Now, everything we've heard from insiders is that no, it's anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes of total screen time. Now, I'm not a Marvel guy. You guys know that. I'm just a Spider-Man and a Batman guy when it comes to superhero movies. But apparently, and yes, I did see that, Jaden, which I think is really cool. Charlie Cox. Yep. That'll be cool to see him as well. But I feel like what Toby and Andrew meant to the character of Spider-Man and meant to a lot of people my age and your guys' age and so on and so forth, they deserve better than just a cameo. And don't get me wrong. I know it's Tom Holland's movie, it's the MCU. Yeah, but they built this. Like these guys built this, and neither one of them got the send off they really deserved. Toby's ended very abruptly in that jazz club with Mary Jane with so many questions. You had no idea. Are they back together? Are they happy? What's the hell's going on with Sandman? He just disappeared. Kirk Connors, hello. We never got to see what happened to Kirk Connors. Like there's that, and we knew that they were making a new Spider-Man 4. Then eventually the plug got pulled last minute because the studio was jerking Sam Raimi all around. And then Andrew only got 2 movies, and they set up a bunch of stuff for his 3rd movie, and it never happened. So I'm sorry, but they deserve, a good amount of screen time in this movie. And to put it in perspective, like I said, people are saying it's 30 to 40 minutes or so of total screen time for both of them. And I guess Thanos, however you pronounce his name, had like 33 minutes of screen time in Endgame. So if you're a Marvel fan and you thought that he was in a lot of that movie, well, then you're going to get around the same time with Toby and Andrew in this movie. So if that's a lot, I've still never seen Endgame. But if you have and you thought he was in the movie a lot, well, you're going to get about that amount of Toby and Andrew. Apparently, there's going to be a focus on Andrew's going to have a talk. I believe he's going to have there will be, these are just leaks that I've heard, but there's going to be a moment between Andrew and Tom of Andrew talking about how he was unable to save Gwen. And you're going to see, how he's been dealing with that. And you will get, with great power comes great responsibility. You will get that line. And I can't remember if initially people were saying Toby was going to say it to Tom. And now there are reports that Aunt May says it to Tom. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it should be Toby, but regardless. And I don't know. I don't know, Brooke. I don't know when they come in or what. Hey, what's up, Norin? How you doing, buddy? I really don't know. Initially that's what I heard was yes. And then there was, well, no, Andrew's first and then Toby. I can't remember. And none of us know 100%. But I want to say this really quick, guys. I got to get this off my chest when it comes to these movies. We got we got 2 clips of the movie. And the 2 clips are, well, I think we might have gotten more than 2, but the 2 that I'm referencing, the one is the opening sequence right after Far From Home's ending. And then the other one is part of the bridge fight with Doc Ock. And I just want to get this off my chest, guys. So it seems to me, for whatever reason, the issue I've had with the MCU Spider-Man movies, Homecoming and Far From Home, is that they are way too kid friendly, in a sense. It seems too hokey. It seems the stakes aren't high enough. It seems like serious moments are broken with humor that feels kind of ill-timed and out of place, more childish. And I guess for me, that was just never my cup of tea, because you got to look at the Toby and Andrew movies over the years. There's a lot of dark in those movies, and I just don't think you've really seen that in the two MCU Spider-Man movies up to this point. Uncle Ben dying, Gwen dying, Black Suit Spider-Man and him turning into a complete asshole, Harry dying, Norman dying, like Harry turning into the Goblin before he died. I mean, there's a lot of dark, emotional stuff in those movies. And it just feels like in these ones, there's nothing that, I don't know, really is like it doesn't hit you like that. It doesn't seem like there's as much depth there. And the reason I bring this up is because in that scene, there's in the bridge scene when he's running to, I guess, save a woman in her car, save her car from falling off the bridge. He's like, you can tell it's lighthearted, like it's to be funny when Doc Ock's coming after him. He's like, "Do I know you?" And then he's like, "Hold on, ma'am, I'm coming." And like the music even like has this kind of like upbeat, thing to it. And I'm just like, this doesn't feel like the stakes are as high as they should be. Like, you got this random dude with 4 giant ass mechanical arms trying to kill you coming after you, and you're just like, "Oh, we do." Like, I don't know. I mean, it's no secret that I'm going to this movie for the villains and Toby and Andrew. And it's no disrespect to Tom Holland or anything like that. It's just not my Spider-Man. If he's not bad, that's not what I'm saying. It's just I just don't have that connection to him. So but yeah, I mean, are you guys seeing it this week? What do you think? Do you guys have worries? Do you have hopes and dreams? Do you have fears? Are you excited? How are we feeling? How are we feeling about it now that we are 5 days away? Which, by the way, I should warn you guys, although I'm sure you already know, once this movie premieres, yeah, all bets are off on spoilers. All bets are off. All of them. Like, sorry. So, and not from me. I don't mean from me. I just mean the internet's going to be littered with them, littered with spoilers. You're not going to be able to get on social media. So, enjoy your last weekend of social media until you see Spider-Man, because that's probably how it's going to go. And I agree, Norin. I do. I like him better in that. Yeah, I haven't been this excited for a movie since Evil Dies Tonight. Very true. Very true. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited as well. What other news of the week did we not cover? Also, I've been reached back out to Timo Vornsola, the director of Jeepers Creepers Reborn, to follow up about the interview, and I still haven't heard back yet. He was very cordial and nice and messaging back and forth with me and all down with it. And then when time came, he kind of I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll hear from him again. I don't know. It's interesting. No, he's not, Bobby, but I know the Tom Holland you are thinking of. The filmmaker, Tom Holland. Yes. But there's no relation there. At least that I know of. Again, I'm not a Tom Holland aficionado. Yes, John. Kyle Richards officially being brought back on for Halloween Ends. Though we all did expect it, the interesting part of this press release was that it was confirmed that David Gordon Green, the writer's room, actually rewrote part of the script to give her what they call, a bigger role, a more impactful role. We'll see if it actually ends up being that. If it's more than like 2 scenes, I would hope it is, because a lot of your returning characters, or would-be returning characters, are dead at this point. So, yeah, it would behoove them to give her a bigger role, but, regardless. And yes, John, yes, she needs to have a scene with JLC. Complete missed opportunity in Kills, and they better not miss that opportunity here. I did not see that, Jaden. I did not. Like a film version of it? Speaking of which, I know everybody's talking about, not everybody, but there's been a lot of talk about this West Side Story Spielberg remake. You guys going to see that? You guys excited for that? I could care less, but I've heard really good things about it. So has anybody seen it or plan to see it? What's a horror movie you want to see get remade? Ooh. See, this is a tough question, because you say that and then people are like, oh, movies don't, this doesn't need remade. Man. You know what? For the time of year, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Black Christmas. In the sense of, one, not 2019, because that wasn't even a remake. And two, one that's a lot more in line with the original feel. A more straight up remake of the original. Go back to that, suspenseful, slow burn type, Stranger in the House type feel. Yeah, I'd like to see that. My thoughts on on Chucky, how they can do it, since a lot of the season 1 characters are dead. Well, see, John, I think Don Mancini did that on purpose, because if the show tanked, he could go, oh, but I don't need a season 2 because I killed most of the people. So I feel like as long as you have Chucky, you have Nika, and I guess, you got Jake, and you've got, Tiffany, you got a lot of the big players from this first season. I think there's enough there. If there's enough meat on the bone there. What's up, Autumn Blood? Would like to see the Funhouse. That's a good one. No, Sean, like it's not like I don't need to see it or anything. I just, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Yes, Brooke. I've always thought that too. Everybody always gives the credit to When a Stranger Calls. But Black Christmas, anyone? I don't know. I completely agree. But yeah, so that's some of the news. Shocker. That's a good one too. That's a good one, Sean. I don't think a lot of people would think about that either. That's a good movie too. That's a good movie. Yeah, I think that covers most of the news of the week. I really do think it does. I don't really think there was anything else really to come out this week. Like I said, big week ahead. Yeah, they've been saying that for a while, Norin, with Jordan Peele. I don't know if he's writing or directing. I know it's still apparently in development. We'll see. But 2022 is going to be great for horror. I really think it's going to be great for the movies in general. But there's a lot of good horror movies, or movies that I'm at least looking forward to, that I'm hopeful will be good in 2022, whether it's Scream, whether it's Jeepers Creepers Reborn, which I actually think from what we've seen, it looks much better than Jeepers Creepers 3. Gosh, what else? The Black Phone. I think the Black Phone looks really good. Jurassic World. Like it's going to be a good year for the movies. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Yes, Antonis, I will see it opening night. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't miss, especially a movie like that, because I feel like if you don't see it opening night, you need to accept that you're going to have to stay off of the internet until you see the movie, because a movie like that relies solely on its twist and how that twist plays out, you don't want to be someone that's going to stumble across a spoiler and you haven't seen it yet. Because if the twist in a Scream movie is ruined for you before you've seen the movie, there is no point. If you went into Scream 5 knowing who the killer was right now, there is no chance you could say, oh, the kills were awesome, the acting was great, blah, 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 blah. But there is no chance it would have the effect on you that it needed to, because you already knew the twist before you went in. So don't do that. Don't do that. Yep, that's true. Gremlins, yep. The animated series as well. So yeah, guys. I'm trying to think. Any questions you have for me before I wrap this up? I'm starting to lose my voice because I have not talked this much since I've been sickly. You got any questions? Throw them my way. Justin and I will be back Monday. I haven't picked up. I haven't picked the topic, but I think I know what Monday's topic will be. So just sit tight. It'll be there soon. But we will be back. That'll be Monday at 5:30. 5:30. Yeah. 5:30 p.m. We will be back. But yeah, throw some questions my way if you guys got them. Did you vomit yellow? No, I didn't puke. I actually don't ever puke when I get sick. Basically, I had a fever. I had a fever. I had body aches. I had terrible congestion. Yeah, it was, the congestion's still there, but everything else is gone. So that's good. Got any plans for a new top 10? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was thinking about a paranormal, top 10 ghost or paranormal movies. That's one I've always liked to talk about. I also thought about, there are more, but I've been thinking about one thing that I wanted to run by you guys. A video of, kind of in the same vein of what we've been doing with Unina lately, but a big video pitting these franchises against each other to find who reigns supreme. I thought that'd be cool. Screw it. Let's rank the horror franchises, basically. I thought that would be cool. Favorite actor, actress, and favorite film they've been in. Oh my God. You're killing me. Dude, the funny thing is, I don't know if I've ever really had a favorite actor or actress. I have a few. So I'll just give you a few. I love Ryan Reynolds. Obviously the Deadpool movies. I love him in. He's done a lot of great things. I really like him in Amityville's remake as well. It doesn't get talked about enough. He's one man that I would swing the other way for. I've already told my wife that if Ryan Reynolds wants to marry me, I'm sorry, but it's happening. Andrew Garfield, love Andrew Garfield. He is absolutely one of my favorite actors. And my favorite role he's ever played is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I have not seen Tick, Tick, Boom. I've heard great things. He's also fantastic in The Social Network. Absolutely fantastic in The Social Network. Jennifer Aniston is probably my favorite. Yes, Buried is a great movie, Bobby. That is a great movie. Deep Cut. Not a lot of people know about that movie. Jennifer Aniston is one of my favorite actresses. Love her. I mean, love her and We're the Millers especially. So yeah. What is a movie/series box set that isn't Halloween or Nightmare that you'd want to see made by Scream Factory? Oh, Leprechaun. Okay. I'd love a top tier Child's Play set. I really would. I mean, I'd love a top tier Child's Play set. I'd love. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, my laptop. Yeah, I'm gonna say Child's Play. Child's Play. That's what I'm gonna say. Yes, and Hacksaw Ridge. I have not seen that either, but I've heard he was fantastic in that movie as well. Have you gotten all your Xmas shopping done? No. I'm starting tonight. I got paid today or yesterday. So I was like, all right, I'm off on Sundays and Mondays. So I was like, Saturday after work, Saturday night, I'll just start shopping. So that's what I'm doing. Always last minute. Come on. What is the peak Kevin Bacon movie and why is it Stir of Echoes? You're probably right. You're probably right. It probably is Stir of Echoes. Probably. I really like The Hollow Man. That's Kevin Bacon, right? Yeah, that's Kevin Bacon. I like that movie. I do. But yeah, it's probably Stir of Echoes. It ain't Friday. It ain't Friday. He's fine in Friday, but it ain't Friday. I doubt you've heard of it, but there was once a TV show called Sugar Rush, which a very young Garfield in it. It's it's funny you mentioned that. I am aware of that because I have done my research on Andrew Garfield because I like him so much. And sorry, hold on. And I saw that like on his his career or whatever, and I was like, oh, what the hell is that? I've never seen this show. But yeah. Christmas Do-Over. I know what it is. I know what it is, but I haven't seen it. No. We got 2 weeks left, so I got plenty of Christmas watching still left to do. So yeah, I'm sure I'll get around to watching it. I've watched pretty much almost every like necessary Christmas movie up to this point, except Christmas Vacation, because that is my favorite Christmas film. So I always watch that, like usually Christmas Eve. I save it. Although I might watch it twice. So I might watch it here in a few days, then watch it again on Christmas Eve. So but yeah, we've gone to the 1 hour mark. And at this point, I'm going to be wrapping up, guys. First of all, I just want to say, thank you everyone for reaching out to me and making sure I was feeling okay and my family was feeling okay. Just getting down with the sickness. Oh, we're fine. It happens. It's the winter. What can you do? I still obviously sound like shit, but I'm good enough to resume normal life. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys checking up and all the kind words and everything. It means a lot to me. I'm excited to be back in front of you all and be able to chat with you all. And I can't wait to chat again with you guys on Monday with Justin. And we'll have a topic that I'll announce tomorrow. What the topic will be, and that's all I've got. So if you guys have not liked the stream yet, go ahead and like that stream. Like it. Say, hey, Nick, we appreciate you in your face. Like it. Do your Christmas shopping, Rudy, and anybody else who has not done their Christmas shopping yet. Myself. And that's going to do it for me tonight. So, oh my goodness, Rudy, always. Hello, Carl. Hey, oh, Bob. Oh my God. I got to say this really quick before I go. Because of your comment, Rudy, I want to let you know, don't be worried. Okay. I don't need you to cry. Okay. Calm down. Prepare yourself. Carl had a seizure yesterday. He's fine. He's fine. He's had them before. It had been like 2 years since he'd had one, so it was definitely scary. So he will appreciate that. It's weird, but it's usually triggered by him eating something that doesn't sit well with him, and we believe he got into the trash. And so yeah, that happened, but he's fine. He's totally fine. Don't worry about him. He's in great spirits. It only lasted, a few minutes, and I was there for him, and everything was good. And he's healthy. He's safe. He just got to stay out of the damn trash. So I'll tell Carl you said hello. And again, thank you so much for the super chat. My birthday My birthday is in a week and a half, and I will be doing a birthday stream, guys. I'll be doing a birthday stream on my birthday. So y'all better be here. But again, thank you all so much for being here tonight. If you guys are watching on the playback, hello, and I hope you enjoyed what we talked about this evening. I'm going to do Christmas shopping now. So again, thank you guys so much. Love your faces, and I'll see you in 48 hours. All right. So yeah, 48 hours. Bye. I love you. Bye. I love you. But bye. Bye.